Any member of this family that enters the professional wrestling business knows about the expectations that are gonna be on their back. They know about the prestige that their very name carries. They know that those who came before them have accomplished so much. Bearing the weight of those legacies can prove to be way too much for almost anyone. But that was never the case for Jimmy and Jey Uso. Jimmy and Jey Uso looked to be stars from the very start, constantly evolving their look, style, and offense as they progressed in their careers. Face paint and war dances would fade away, and the two would embrace the day one-ish mentality, looking to punish opponents and send them to the Uso penitentiary. The Usos are 8-time WWE Tag Team Champions. The Usos have main evented WrestleMania after initially fighting for a mere spot on the card. The Usos were the premier team of the 2010s. The Usos are the greatest team of all time. Jimmy and Jey are poetry in motion, each knowing what the other is looking to do next, each using every bit of savvy they gained growing up in professional wrestling to keep their edge. And sure, in recent years, it's been difficult between the two. Jimmy did cost Jey his match at SummerSlam against your tribal chief, Roman Reigns. After months of the anger building between the two, Jimmy and Jey ended up as the first two entrants in the 2024 Royal Rumble match, bringing things to a head. But even that moment wasn't enough to settle the issue, and so they would fight again at WrestleMania 40. Jey Uso truly became main event and found his inner yeet, even adding another tag team championship with Cody Rhodes as his partner. As your wise man eventually would suffer as well, Jimmy found himself betrayed by Solo Sikoa and unceremoniously dumped out of Solo's version of the Bloodline. When Jimmy and Jey are a tag team, they are pure art. They are the reason for the resurgence of tag team wrestling's popularity over the last 15 years. And perhaps, oh, perhaps, their grandest moment came during the 2017 Hell in a Cell when they would lock horns with perhaps their greatest opposition ever, the New Day. From July to October of that year, the SmackDown Tag Team titles would change hands 4 times between the two teams, both looking for ultimate bragging rights. The Usos' connection as twins always gave them an upper hand with most teams. But the New Day had their own trick, utilizing the Freebird rule to allow any 2 of the 3 members to compete in any match. Jimmy and Jay could never know for sure who the opponents would be, with a different game plan needed for each iteration. With nothing clearly settled after 4 months, the New Day would offer to defend inside Hell in a Cell, and the Usos gladly accepted. We've seen the Usos showcase tag team wrestling at its most beautiful. Now we want you to showcase the brutality that exists within Hell in a Cell. Big E and Xavier Woods are going to use everything at their disposal to take you down. But you've been down since day 1. Now it's time to force the New Day to realize there's nothing wrong with them being in 2nd place. And there's nothing that's stopping you inside Hell in a Cell.
Don't you dare be sour! Clap for your world-famous 4-time champs and feel the power! It's a new day, yes it is!
Are you prepared to kick off Hell in a Cell with the 4-time?
Accompanied by Kofi Kingston at a combined weight of 490 pounds. The SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Xavier Woods and Big E, the New Day.
For a man swiveling his hips and playing the trombone on the way to the biggest fight of his life.
This is our first Hell in a Cell match of the night. The New Day actually requested this match to defend their tag titles.
Who would have thought 4 months ago when this rivalry in a Cell?
New Day about to make it evident that the time for fun and games is over. This is the first time that tag titles will ever be defended inside Hell in a Cell.
And at a combined weight of 493 pounds, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos.
Tonight in Detroit, the Usos welcoming New Day into the penitentiary. This is going to be like a chow hall beatdown.
In every sport, you hear about super teams. Well, tonight, we're seeing 2 super teams of the modern era. This is going to be special.
It's not paranoia, it's the Usos.
Tornado tag rules here, gentlemen. 2-on-2 as Kofi is going to be locked outside the structure.
Pinfall or submission needs to happen in the ring, but we all know this fight's going to go everywhere before that happens.
I'm loving this matchup. The best teams around facing off for the titles.
The cell door is locked. First of two Hell in a Cell matches tonight in Detroit. This is the 20th anniversary of this barbaric match. The Usos and the New Day must be prepared for pain, punishment.
Two of the greatest tag teams ever. One of the best rivalries going today. It all comes to a head right now for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship.
New Day refer to this as their power lineup when having Big E involved in there with Xavier Woods.
Big E, the obvious powerhouse of the group. Woods has that blend of speed and power, making him the most well-rounded superstar
For the title, new champ. He just broke up the pin in the nick of time. And Big E clearly wasn't the aggressor on that exchange.
Yeah, that ruthless side of Jimmy just absolutely took over there.
I have a feeling the Usos' objective is to send the New Day to the hospital.
Well, two teams so familiar with each other, some innovation with weapons almost becomes a necessity. Ouch.
This cell is meant to contain all these superstars, but that's not to say this cell can't inflict unimaginable damage on those who step inside. We're going to see these teams tap into their barbaric nature.
20 years of Hell in a Cell, and this structure still surprises me with the ways it can torture every part of your anatomy. Corey, a few weeks ago, we saw the New Day walk out of SmackDown as champs in a street fight. A match the Usos handpicked, but this environment is totally different. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I think the New Day played right into the Usos' hand when they selected this match. Jimmy and Jay have a street mentality. They're perfectly equipped to turn Hell in a Cell into the Uso penitentiary. Nasty. Big headbutt.
He's quick to get out of the way there.
What a display here. Counters on both sides. A masterful display of defense from both wrestlers. Trading counters and reversals back and forth. Nice scoop slam. Turns it into a pin attempt. Only a one count before the kick out.
Got to change something up with the pin technique.
The Usos and the New Day have had such a back-and-forth competition within the tag team division. You can just look at these teams' title reigns, their dominance. It tells you these are the two best teams that WWE has had in a long time. And while I do believe there's an underlying mutual respect, we won't be seeing it tonight because these are two very proud teams who feel incomplete without the championships around their waist.
He's heading back to the ring.
And the action is shifted now into that dangerous area between the ring and the walls of the cell. Got them off their feet here. Crashing down. Samoan drop with an uppercut. Boom! Drop kick on target. All the talking we've heard leading into this match, we've heard the Usos call the New Day, quote, three clowns on a tricycle. Look, the Usos love to trash talk, but they deliver. And don't act like the New Day don't throw verbal jabs either. We had Big E earlier saying how he's going to drop some gloom and doom of biblical proportions. A prophecy Big E is fully capable of backing to. Measured kick to the vertebrae. Out of the ring, still surrounded by the hell that is the steel structure. He's looking to unload on his opponent with that kendo stick. The champ really feeling the effects of this match now.
Hell in a Cell isn't just about trying to win the match, it's about struggling to survive.
This is what you do when you're looking to do more than win a match. You're looking to hurt someone.
The Usos following the footsteps of many great family tag teams, the Steiner brothers, the Head Shrinkers, who of course Jay and Jimmy's own father was a member of.
It would be a very proud moment for the Anoa'i family if the Usos can capture their fifth Uso
Splash! Will that be enough to win the titles? Uncorks an uppercut. Man! Bang! Headed back into the ring. Boom! Elbow drop. It knew what was coming there. Oh, man!
just caught flush.
He catches Woods with a counter. So many amazing matches between these two teams. They said it this past week on SmackDown. No matter where we are, we put on a show. The Usos and New Day have a unified goal to raise the bar of tag team competition, to bring the division to a whole nother level.
You know, in basketball, they talk about super teams. Well, these two teams,
we can have a new champ here. The cell door is locked. First of two Hell in a Cell matches tonight in Detroit. This is the 20th anniversary of this barbaric match. The Usos and the New Day must be prepared for pain and punishment.
Two of the greatest tag teams ever. One of the best rivalries going today. It all comes to a head right now for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship.
All the talking we've heard leading into this match, we've heard the Usos call the New Day, quote, three clowns on a tricycle.
The Usos love this. Incoming!
Here he comes, sliding back into the ring.
The champion taking the high risk option to retain the title.
A kick out, and you can see the frustration starting to build.
Not getting to two at this point has got to say something.
Corey, for as entertaining as the New Day are, they can scrap at the best of them. Remember that.
Look, don't let the booty-o's and trombones fool you. New Day can get down and dirty, especially when they have the Usos pushing them. New Day are prepared for an all-out brawl tonight. Good night. Thunderous right hand.
The challenger enduring the punishment.
I think Woods may have cracked a smile when he connected with that attack.
Ooh, Jimmy manages to counter. So many amazing matches between these two teams. They said it this past week on SmackDown. No matter where we are, we put on a show.
The Usos and New Day have a
Unified goal to raise the bar of tag team competition, to bring the division to a whole nother level. You know, in basketball, they talk about super teams. Well, these two teams are the proverbial super teams in WWE.
Forced to the outside. Not a good predicament to be in.
He's making his intentions known to everyone in the arena.
Under the ropes and back into the ring.
Tagged with a punch.
Oh, an uppercut.
I lost a tooth.
Corey, a few weeks ago, we saw the New Day walk out of SmackDown as champs in a street fight. A match the Usos handpicked, but this environment is totally different.
There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I think the New Day played right into the Usos' hand when they selected this match. Jimmy and Jay have a street mentality. They're perfectly equipped to turn Hell in a Cell into the Uso penitentiary.
Went for the springboard and miss.
Saw it coming. It counters it.
I have a feeling the Usos' objective was to send the New Day to the hospital.
Well, two teams so familiar with each other, some innovation with weapons almost becomes a necessity.
The Usos following the footsteps of many great family tag teams, the Steiner brothers, the Head Shrinkers, who of course Jay and Jimmy's own father was a member of.
It would be a very proud moment for the Antonio family if the Usos can capture their 5th tag team championship here.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree for Jay and Jimmy. Just a factory of elite specimens. Come pin, champs in trouble.
Oh no, a referee falling prey to the chaos in the ring. Face buster plants him.
Top rope. Uso splash. Innovative offense from the Usos could end it all right here. Ooh, Uso. Jimmy Uso splash. Will that be enough to win the titles?
The Usos and the New Day have had such a back-and-forth competition. Usos and New Day going at it inside Hell in a Cell, and Jey Uso set outside the ring, and now the New Day on the attack. Big E, as aggressive as I've ever seen him here tonight. And Xavier Woods now with toys, kendo sticks in hand.
And it's about to get more aggressive, more vicious, more barbaric. I've never seen this vicious of a side from the New Day.
It's what Hell in a Cell does to you.
Oh, now with the kendo sticks, Xavier Woods unloading. Well, you're saying it, Byron. Hell in a Cell makes you do some awful things. Just attempting to survive, attempting to win.
Do whatever you want, punish however you want. Right now, that seems to be the mission statement of the New Day in order to retain the SmackDown Tag Team titles.
And that's what it's about, proving you're the best in one of the most insane environments in WWE today. The New Day have just changed the whole complexion of this match.
Crucifix.
Very nice.
Hitting combination.
And only gets a 1 count.
Somehow still in this fight. Not down and out yet.
Talking to Xavier, he told me the one thing the Usos have taught us is that we have to embrace a more lawless culture here in WWE. A more lawless culture.
Xavier Woods.
Making the most of that with the pin.
The challenger fending off the 2 count.
It's hard to believe, but it looks like he still has some gas left.
Uh-oh. And what's this?
Why did he do that? What's going on? Good golly, Miss Mo.
Oh, and he gets discarded out of the ring.
Launched with a suplex.
The Usos and the New Day have been trading title reigns for the majority of the year now. This, the contractual rematch for the Usos. If they lose, the Usos won't get another opportunity for the titles as long as the New Day are champs.
And just being around the Usos, it's not only about winning the tag team titles, it's about stripping the New Day of everything that made them popular with the WWE Universe. It's about making sure the New Day never competes again.
It's never been just about the title, Saxton. It's about these two teams wanting to claim supremacy for themselves.
A consistent attack here from Jay.
Getting a taste of just how bad it can truly get inside the Uso penitentiary.
The New Day asked for this, demanded to defend their title in this unforgiving structure. Lifts their opponent's legs and that's a free fall.
A lot of damage being piled on the champ.
I think we can consider this
For the title.
and the glory.
No, the champ holds on.
Really had less than a second to stay alive there.
And Jimmy and Big E slugging it out middle of the ring. This has been a vicious, brutal match between two of the great tag teams today.
Here comes Jey Uso into the fray alongside of his brother.
Bang! Double super kick.
And the Usos now looking for that patented Uso splash from the top rope.
Uso splash. The cover to win the tag team titles, and Woods handcuffs it all, breaks it up.
At the last possible second, Xavier Woods saving this match for his team.
Credit to Woods for his never say die attitude, but Xavier Woods is outgunned right now.
And look at Woods still fighting back.
Yeah, with the handcuffs. Using the handcuffs as a weapon.
That's smart.
And Woods now down. And trying to still fight back. What heart from Xavier Woods.
That Hart may not have much more fight left. Jimmy and Jay back up to the top one more time.
Uso splash in stereo. The cover. The Usos win the tag team titles.
Here are your winners and the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos!
Let's welcome these folks to the Uso Penitentiary.
Next on our showcase is someone who wasn't born into this family, but has put in the time and more than earned her spot. She's always happy to leave haters in the rear view, and when she enters the room, you will undoubtedly feel the glow. Of course, I'm talking about Naomi, who many of you may know has reigned as Jimmy Uso's wife and queen for over 10 years. There's the old saying that behind every good man is an even better woman, and this could not ring more true than Naomi, who I will say is an absolute treasure. Jimmy will frequently speak during old bloodline planning sessions about how much her support and love drove him to improve as a superstar, always stressing her importance not only to the WWE Women's Division, but to his career and his life as well. In the ring, there is no denying Naomi's skills. The former women's tag team and two-time SmackDown Women's Champion has the mental tenacity to push through the toughest part of any match and possesses breathtaking physical skills. Naomi uses her dancing background to constantly innovate with her offense, resulting in some of the most beautiful moves you will ever see, unless you're on the receiving end of them. Naomi is an inspiration to so many of our younger members of the WWE Universe, showing a new generation that anything is possible if you just put in the work and never stop believing in yourself. Naomi has battled against the very best in the women's division, taking on foes like Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Shayna Baszler, and Io Sky.
My favorite moment of Naomi was when she won the title in her hometown, Orlando, at WrestleMania.
To compete against that caliber and maintain the level of success that Naomi has for her entire WWE career is something worth, shall I dare say, acknowledging. Naomi has even teamed with fellow family member Tamina through the years, proving the family you choose can often be the most important. And in true Uso fashion, Naomi shows an unrelenting desire to win, to achieve greatness, and to dominate her opposition. Many mistake her smile as a sign of kindness, but they quickly realize their mistake as Naomi unleashes a flurry of kicks, flies at them with moonsaults from all angles, and then ties them up in knots. Naomi is having fun, but Naomi is never playing. And now, we take you back to the 2020 edition of Super Showdown, which saw Naomi challenge Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Unfortunately, a ridiculously lax referee decided it was just fine for Bayley to basically do whatever the hell she wanted.
Bayley's, oh my gosh, she's trapping Naomi's legs in her shirt.
And Naomi wound up suffering an embarrassing loss after Bayley used wardrobe to her advantage. Well, Bayley, we can pretty much guarantee that trick won't work again. This is your chance to help guide Naomi to a third SmackDown Women's Championship, and to do it by defeating one of the greatest competitors WWE has ever seen. Your wise man has nothing but respect and admiration for Bayley's abilities, but those abilities are eclipsed by Naomi's extraordinary trinity: smarts, strength, and aerial attacks. that should give all of you everything you need to get the win and the title.
In recent weeks, it appears as though Bayley has at least a healthy respect for Naomi.
So much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. You think back to Naomi being the winner of the inaugural WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, being the first African-American SmackDown Women's Champion, and tonight, once again, an opportunity to make history in her career.
And gentlemen, when Bayley was asked about this history-making match tonight, she said, of course I'm part of this, because history is made by winners. And I'm going to become a role model for everyone here tonight in Saudi Arabia and for everyone around the entire world. She's won every title available in WWE. The NXT Women's Championship, the Raw Women's Championship, the two-time SmackDown Women's Champion, a Tag Team Champion, a Money in the Bank winner. Bayley's accomplished it all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her career, she's never beat Naomi. And believe me, that is a huge point of confidence for Naomi. And a
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Introducing the challenger from Orlando, Florida, Naomi. And her opponent from San Jose, California, she is the SmackDown Women's Champion, Bayley!
for the first time ever, we have a Women's Championship match here in the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia. Bayley against Naomi. Will Bayley's record-setting reign end here tonight? Guys, a very important component of this match. Bayley.
What a takedown. Oh, there it is, the captain's hook. And can she break out back to her feet? A couple of elbows to the gut and create separation.
Oh, what a clothesline.
And Naomi has been quick to take to social media lately, reminding everybody that Bayley has never beaten her one-on-one.
Yeah, not so subtle reminder to Bayley, who has been very insulting, very humiliating to a lot of people in WWE.
And that attitude is why Naomi wants to dethrone Bayley, take the SmackDown Women's Championship away from her, and maybe humble Bayley a little bit. Clothesline. Off the ropes. Leg drop.
Heading to the top rope here. Wow. Oh. We've said it time and time again. Naomi, maybe the most athletic woman we've ever seen compete here in WWE.
Yeah, Naomi wants to depend on athletic maneuvers, while Bayley wants to be more methodical and fight a more classic wrestling style. Brace for this impact! Like a guillotine.
And Bayley's resolve might be wavering here.
Naomi picking up the pace against Bayley and keeping her all out of sorts.
The challenger's fully aware of what it takes to become a champion. Naomi has to use her superior athleticism.
A factor to consider in this match is that Naomi took some time off to rejuvenate herself, to get her mind right, to refocus on her desire to once again be champion here in WWE. So this isn't necessarily the same Naomi
Flying! You gotta be kidding me! Completely throwing self-preservation out the window.
I don't know how your mind would even think about doing that.
Oh, this match is now all over our announce area.
This won't be good.
Oh, heavy contact into the steel steps.
Naomi has tested her mettle in recent weeks, as the road to this championship opportunity was a difficult one. Needed to defeat former SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella. We know Naomi has a heavy desire to become a 3-time Women's Champion.
Other superstars say they want the title. Naomi has said she needs her title back.
Oh my! Gotta get back in the ring to stay in the match.
Naomi finds her target with that one.
Momentum is really on Naomi's side.
And Naomi continues to somehow have Bayley's number here.
Evasive maneuvering there.
She's heading outside the ring now. And Naomi keeping Bayley on her toes, pushing the pace on the champion.
Naomi moving fast, showing that superior athleticism. Bayley might not be able to keep up here.
And I think it was you, Byron, who asked Bayley if she changed. And she said, I didn't change. I just did what I had to do, and look what I've done.
Well, you're right. Love it or hate it, Bayley's doing what she's had to do by hook or by crook.
On the top. Whoa, look out. You got to be a certain kind of crazy to even think about attempting that kind of offense. But I can't say it didn't pay off.
Whip back into the ring.
And a clothesline. Oh, big mistake, and that error could be costly. Being set up in the corner for something. Face full of turnbuckle.
Byron, you've talked a lot about this change in Bayley and how people can't believe that this is the type of person she's turned into.
Well, it comes down to career frustration. Bayley is frustrated with her career progression. The way things were when she was hugging and smiling.
It's not about frustration, Saxton. It's about realization. Bayley realized she never got the respect that she deserves from the WWE Universe.
Oh, man.
Thinking about rolling pin. Watch this.
Oh, wow. Look at the left, shoulders down.
A kick out before won by the challenger.
Still in it.
What a gutsy performance.
Oh, what a drop kick.
Naomi feeding off the WWE Universe, inching closer to recapturing the championship. Senton hits the target.
She gets bounced into the corner. What a counter. Pinpointing the leg. Ooh. Never saw that coming. She's vulnerable, up on the top turnbuckle. And here we go. Championship's on the line. Naomi's got Bayley in trouble up on the top rope. This could be Naomi's moment.
Smart move by Bayley, protecting her title and going to the eyes.
Oh, what a kick. Bayley is down and in trouble.
Quick thinking by Naomi, looking to close this one out.
Nobody home. Bayley wisely moves out of harm's way. What's Bayley trying to do here?
What the?
I think Bayley's trying to trap Naomi's legs in Naomi's own shirt.
A great counter by Naomi. Naomi ducks underneath, and we got a standoff. Great match so far.
Well, Bayley thought she had Naomi, but the challenger was ready.
Well, the champion has to find a new strategy in a hurry.
Bam! She flipped that attack around.
Right on the mark. Rear view by Naomi.
Cover.
The challenger might have what it takes to win this.
Now we did it. We have a new champion.
Here is your winner, and the new SmackDown Women's Champion, Naomi.
Bayley's stranglehold on the SmackDown Women's Championship has ended. The Glow era has begun.
Bayley was as aggressive in this match as she's ever been, but Naomi's confidence and athleticism were just too much for Bayley to contend with.
Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for the next two superstars in our showcase, none of this would be possible. Because without Atha and Sika, without the wild Samoans, there truly is no dynasty. While it was their father who made the blood oath with High Chief Peter Maivia, it was Atha and Sika who built the family up, training generations of relatives, all with the single goal of becoming the best professional wrestler on the face of the planet. And while the two would together be WWE Hall of Famers, based solely on their work as trainers and cultivators of the next generation, their in-ring successes only add to their immortality. Atha and Sika formed WWE's most dominant tag team of the early 1980s, fighting their way to the WWE Tag Team Championship on 3 separate occasions. Opponents were often defeated before the bell even rang to start the match, falling victim to the aura and the intimidation factor of having to step into the ring with the wild Samoans. Accompanied by Captain Lou Albano, the trio formed a masterful group that was able to take all opponents off their game, be it through Albano's devious schemes or the overpowering nature of the wild Samoans. WWE had never dealt with a team so primal, turning each match into a battle of survival. Most feared, the deadly Samoan drop, a move that has been imitated by many, but duplicated only by a chosen few.
There they are, the wild Samoans.
These are immigrants coming from the island, trying to figure it out, trying to find a way. I couldn't imagine being these men. I couldn't imagine taking on these responsibilities of setting the tone in a whole new country. And then trying to break into entertainment on top of that. But they made it work. And that's what we are. We're workers. We make it work.
These tribal elders set the standard for all of their descendants to not only follow, but they also taught their descendants how to surpass it. So beloved were the two that perhaps no moment holds more significance to your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, than when he was presented the Ula Fala by his father Sika and Uncle Afa after the 2020 Hell in a Cell event. You see, it was their acknowledgement that gave Roman Reigns the unshakable confidence to continue his journey to becoming the greatest of all time.
The utmost respect, love, and gratitude for those men. Because if my father and uncle don't do what they do, we're not here.
We now humbly present to you the honor of walking in the famed footsteps of the Wild Samoans, finding a tag team in WWE's long and storied history that we felt would test the Wild Samoans was not an easy task. But then, a thought came to your wise man. Why not give the audience exactly what they want? Why not put the Wild Samoans against one of the greatest tag teams of all time? Why not present Afa, Sika, the Wild Samoans versus Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys? And if we're going to go that far, let's do it in a tables match. Showcase that savage brutality that made both teams the eternal legends we know them to be. No pinfalls, no submissions, no rules. Just be the team that avoids being put through the table, and you will emerge victorious. And with these four men, you better believe that things are going to get extreme.
And here they come. Bubba Ray and Devon are ready for a fight.
That's just what they'll get from Afa and Sika, and then some.
And a combined weight of 603 pounds. Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys.
It takes a strong brotherly bond to agree to go into battle against the Wild Samoans, but that's exactly what Bubba Ray and Devon have.
I have a strong feeling this match isn't going to be for the
decorated tag team in pro wrestling history. They've beaten the best, they've beaten the toughest, and they're ready to come in and beat the wildest tonight.
Both the Dudley Boys and the Wild Samoans are coming into this tables match with something to prove. Who's the best tag team of all time? Who's the more cohesive, brotherly unit?
Who's more savage? Who's more extreme? Gentlemen, we are moments away from finding out the answers to these questions once and for all.
Guys, this is going to be a great one. You can feel the electricity already.
I feel the excitement and some fear, too.
By Captain Lou Albano. And a combined weight of 645 pounds. Afa and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
This tables match might be a dream match for many, but for both the Wild Samoans and the Dudley Boys, this is about to be one team's greatest nightmare.
Afa and Sika clearly not looking to back down here.
The Dudleys can certainly handle their own, but they've never faced anyone or anything like the Wild Samoans.
Those mean looks on both Alpha and Sika's faces. I'll tell you, they're out for blood. And the Dudleys are about to walk right into the Lion's Den.
Here's the bell, and it's the Wild Samoans, Alpha and Sika, taking out Diva and Ray Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical.
Ouch.
A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the Wild Samoans, like they're part of a pack of untamed beasts. I really wonder what it would take for the Dudley Boys to have control of them.
Maybe they'll take a sledgehammer? A truck? They're not human, Byron. You can knock them down, but they'll keep coming back. Ooh! No! Scrambling up the top turnbuckle now.
And he's only got one thing on his mind right about now.
Watching!
He's able to counter that. Diving clothesline! And now that's some nasty offense imposed on Sika.
Yeah, Cole, but he's just focused on avoiding going through the table. That's all that matters.
Now, these are obviously two juggernaut tag teams clashing, but this is also a match that clearly favors one team over the other. Be honest, Corey, do you think the Wild Samoans really have a chance in this one?
This is the Dudleys' wheelhouse, Cole. No team knows more about excelling in a tables match than Devon and Bubba Ray. The Wild Samoans have a lot of unbridled aggression working in their favor, but ultimately, they're up against the Masters.
Such a peculiar look coming from the Wild Samoans, as if they have no control of their animalistic behavior. Alpha and Sika, both individuals that compete barefooted. Not something common to most wrestlers, Corey, but it is actually very customary in the Samoan wrestling heritage.
It's how they train. It's how they live in the Isle of Samoa. And no one delays a fight just to put some boots on. Samoans are ready for battle at the drop of a hat.
Fends off the attack with an elbow.
Oh, nothing fancy with that boot.
And now he's going to the top rope.
Oh, look out!
Through the air, and connects! Putting it all on the line and coming up big with a breathtaking move.
Nasty headbutt. Devon has to avoid that kind of offense if he wants to be in this match.
Yeah, Alpha put a little extra oomph into that one.
He's setting his table up, and guys, someone's about to have a really bad night. Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo, and we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're just a formidable ground and pound team. If they lack in offensive creativity, they make up for it in blunt force trauma. And nothing packs more blunt force trauma than an Alpha or Sika headbutt. Grabs their opponent by the ankles. Oh, powerbomb! That might be it. A powerbomb's not meant to be pretty, but oh man, does it get the job done.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't want to be taking any more of those.
Headlock applied.
He's got a kick. Gets out of the way of that one.
And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eyes, that look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
Yeah, and I have to wonder if Alpha and Sika are even aware of what the tables are for. I'm afraid they'll just keep on dishing out punishment, expecting a bell to eventually ring.
And enters back into the ring. And Alpha and Sika just beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Here are your winners, Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
And it's the Wild Samoans standing tall, having beat the Dudley Boys at their own game. Here's the bell, and it's the Wild Samoans, Alpha and Sika, taking out Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical.
Cranked around into a neck breaker.
And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eyes, that look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
Yeah, and I have to wonder if Alpha and Zeke are even aware of what the tables are for. I'm afraid they'll just keep on dishing out punishment, expecting a bell to eventually ring. I don't know what he's got in mind heading to the floor here.
Turns that back on Devon. Now, these are obviously two juggernaut tag teams clashing, but this is also a match that clearly favors one team over the other. Be honest, Corey, do you think the Wild Samoans really have a chance in this one?
Well, this is the Dudley's wheelhouse, Cole. No team knows more about excelling in a tables match than Devon and Bubba Ray. The Wild Samoans have a lot of unbridled aggression working in their favor, but ultimately, they're up against the Masters.
Back into the ring here.
Somebody stop this competitor. A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the Wild Samoans. They're part of a pack of untamed beasts. I really wonder what it would take for the Dudley boys to have control of them.
Maybe they'll take a sledgehammer? A truck? They're not human, Byron. You can knock them down, but they'll keep coming back. Such a peculiar look coming from the Wild Samoans, as if they have no control of their animalistic behavior. Headbutt! Oh! Oh! Counters! What power! She's starting to feel the effects of this attack. He's got something coming. Headbutt. Oh, there's a headbutt. It seems like this match is becoming something of an uphill battle for him.
So far, this tables match has been just as brutal as we anticipated.
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo, and we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're just a formidable ground and pound team. If they lack in offensive creativity, they make up for it in blunt force trauma. And nothing packs more blunt force trauma than an Alpha or Sika head.
Into the Samoa drop. Incredible.
Alpha and Sika might have just shown us the prelude to the Dudley's demise.
Fly to the back of the neck.
Draped across the top rope.
Clubbing forearm. Oof. And look at this now. Bad intentions coming with his hold. Oh, he's searching for something.
Escape and a takedown. Oh my goodness, dribbling the opponent's head like a basketball. I still can't get over the look I always see on the Wild Samoans. It's like they have a one-track mind towards savage brutality.
They for sure answer yes.
From the top. Oh, crash and burn.
Taking flight only to find nobody home at ringside. What a disastrous miscalculation.
Sika turns that around.
Bubba isn't asking for a table tonight. He's getting it himself.
And he now slides back into the ring.
Ooh, merciless looking blow.
Looking vulnerable, guys.
What the? Boom!
Draped across the top rope.
Clubbing forearm. The Dudley boys came in tonight knowing they had to turn up the dial. Had to match Alpha and Sika's level of aggression. Bubba Ray and Devon know they have to be extreme as they can be.
Yeah, but what the Dudleys call extreme.
Blast off.
I don't think this table's gonna last much longer.
And Alpha and Sika just beat the Dudley boys at their own game.
Here are your winners, Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
And it's the Wild Samoans standing tall, having beat the Dudley boys at their own game.
Devon and Bubba pushed Alpha and Sika to their limits, but in the end, there was only one way this match could end.
From the very moment he arrived as the enforcer of the bloodline, Solo Sikoa has taken every brutal, savage element of his predecessors and refined them into a near-perfect smashing machine. Even in the year before his arrival, Solo raised eyebrows and garnered buzz while competing in NXT. But nobody could have predicted just how smoothly his transition to the main roster would go. And before I go on any further, let me make one thing perfectly clear. I'm only saying what I'm saying about Solo Sikoa because I am a wise man. I'm a professional. And because I'm being handsomely compensated for my stellar work as your host of the WWE 2K25 showcase. I haven't forgotten what Solo Sikoa and his rogue bloodline did to me. But I also know better than to let personal feelings hinder your professional endeavors. So with that being said, since his arrival at Clash at the Castle in 2022, Solo Sikoa has consistently been involved in WWE's biggest moments and biggest matches. He's been victorious in War Games. He's repeatedly enforced the Bloodline's will to maintain Roman Reigns' status as undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion.
I brought Solo in as an insurance policy. Solo was here to protect me. Solo was here to maintain the promised land. He's violent. He's strong. He's fast. He's all those things. And he betrayed me. Any man who would betray me must be a very dangerous man.
Solo defeated John Cena. Solo elected to betray your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, in an attempt to bestow upon himself the title of tribal chief. When I refused to acknowledge Solo as my tribal chief, you are not my tribal. He, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu put me through a table in Madison Square Garden. And that led to opportunities to compete for the undisputed WWE Heavyweight Championship. It's led to more visibility with Solo's rogue bloodline ruling over SmackDown. Every choice Solo made only furthered his standing in WWE. He has the bloodlust of the wild Samoans, the brutality of his cousin Yokozuna, and the single-minded focus of Roman Reigns, all rolled into one. There is no question the future is his for the taking, and that he will be champion many times over, and that he may set records of his own before it's all said and done. Few men have so quickly served notice to all of WWE in the manner that Solo Sikoa has done. Whether you want to acknowledge him or not is irrelevant. One way or another, Solo Sikoa forces you to do just that, or you will suffer severe consequences. One by one, each and every single superstar on the WWE roster is going to find that out. Solo will make sure of it. I, of course, will simply await any and every opportunity for your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, to teach Solo some manners. Until that happens, though, we are taking you back to the one-year anniversary special for NXT 2.0, which saw then North American champion Carmelo Hayes, and indeed, he is him, issue an open challenge Unfortunately for the future superstar, it was to be answered by Solo Sikoa. And things went as well for Hayes as you can probably guess. Showcase the unrelenting fury that has made Solo Sikoa nearly unstoppable and defeat Carmelo Hayes to earn Solo his first championship victory. It won't be easy against Carmelo, especially when he has Trick Williams watching his back. And if you make one mistake against the champ, he'll take his shot and most likely hit nothing but net.
Here comes the A-Champ.
Mello and Trick looking so pleased with themselves after attacking Wesley.
NXT 2.0 celebrating its first anniversary, all thanks to amazing talent like this man.
Hayes has a look right now. He probably thinks he's getting the night off and another day on his North American title reign.
Well, after what Mello and Trick just did to Wesley, who's going to have the guts to step up and take Lee's place?
What? This place is shaking!
We never thought we'd see Sikoa again.
His opponent from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 250 pounds, Solo Sikoa!
And Solo is dressed to fight, too. I really didn't think we'd see him again.
We saw him at Clash at the Castle 10 days ago where he cost Drew McIntyre the WWE Universal Championship.
Well, as far as I'm personally concerned, Sikoa isn't welcome around here. Mello needs the night off.
Well, Mello talked about wearing the biggest crown in the WWE, but it's Sikoa who sits at the biggest table in WWE.
Well, he wasn't exactly invited to sit at this table now, was he?
We said to expect the unexpected. Is this title match gonna happen?
As we say at WWE, expect the unexpected. We expected Wesley to be Carmelo Hayes' opponent here, but instead, we have the surprise return of Solo Sikoa, as he's claimed his title opportunity.
Solo Sikoa, fresh off joining the Bloodline, is here. He has answered the call, and we indeed have an NXT North American title defense tonight for NXT 2.0's one-year celebration.
Strong words from Carmelo Hayes before this match saying, quote, "Heavy is the head that wears the crown, and Mello has the biggest crown and the heaviest head."
Mello has indeed proven worthy of said crown, but he's face-to-face with a man who has a seat at the biggest table in WWE.
Well, both men have earned their status thus far, that's for sure.
Oof! But here comes the fire. Chess match of counters and reversals happening here.
Solo Sikoa already with the strategic advantage, taking Hayes by surprise and challenging him for the North American title.
And the Street Champ needs to continue to be unpredictable if he wants that championship. He's got two sets of eyes watching his every move, so he needs to outmaneuver both Mello and Trick to succeed. He's able to slip away from that.
And Sikoa sent toward the ropes, and Carmelo Hayes with a kick right into the midsection. Mello taking it to Sikoa here.
The power of Solo just a little too much for the A-Champ in this instance.
What a chop.
Trademark viciousness. Lack of mercy. That's what Solo Sikoa is all about.
Into the corner. Big splash by Sikoa. Melo in trouble. Sikoa. Trick Williams making sure Melo got out of harm's way, well, at least momentarily.
Yeah, momentarily is right. Sikoa continuing to inflict more punishment on the champ.
And Hayes takes out Williams on the outside. Solo standing strong.
Solo not allowing the presence of Trick Williams to distract him whatsoever.
Taking flight.
Soaring through the sky and crashing onto their opponent.
And now gets tossed into the ring.
Carmelo dodges that attack. Trick Williams cheering on Carmelo Hayes. You cannot deny the impact Trick has had since he joined his childhood friend's side.
Yeah, that decision to bring Trick Williams into NXT 2.0 changed the trajectory of Carmelo Hayes' career. Trick told Melo 12 months ago, forget about pandering to the NXT universe, just focus on yourself. And that was the day that Melo truly became the A-champ.
We saw Solo Sikoa join the bloodline just 10 days ago. With this bond between Melo and...
Oh, and soon we could be seeing a submission here.
Melo is in, and he very quickly counters. Getting the pin for the championship. No, he kicks out.
He clearly has no intention of staying down. Mounting their downed opponent and firing off a series of blows.
And a stomp to the gut, too.
You got to be impressed by both Solo Sikoa and Carmelo Hayes. They've taken NXT 2.0 by storm over the last year.
Yeah, since the shift to NXT 2.0, Melo has spent over 9 months as NXT North American Champion over 2 very long reigns.
And don't forget Solo. Over the last year, he's defeated top NXT names like Santos Escobar, Grayson Waller, and LA Knight.
Yeah, he beat Knight so bad we haven't seen him in months. Maybe we should ask that Max Dupree guy.
And Sikoa gets warded off. German suplex. Going up to the turnbuckle here. From the top. Oh, he paid for that high risk. What a main event this has been for the 1-year anniversary of NXT 2.0.
And without this rebranding, Solo Sikoa may have never had the opportunity to show the world what he can do.
And if Solo didn't have this breakout year, maybe his cousin Roman Reigns wouldn't have trusted him enough to be part of the bloodline.
Ooh. Attacking the torso again, doing a little more damage. And he slides him back to the mat. And Hayes turning it around.
Tope Atomico. Pin. Title in the balance.
The challenger's able to kick out.
He's still got more left in the tank.
Man, what timing on that counter.
Solo Sikoa casting an intimidating look out at the fan.
Up high.
Crash landing.
And into the turnbuckle he goes.
Big uppercut rocks the jaw of Carmelo Hayes. Ripped out of the corner.
Looking to put him away, and now Trick Williams up on the apron, causing a distraction.
Trick paying dividends. Ooh. First 48.
And that could be the turning point for the North American champion.
Oh, Samoa drop by Sikoa. Cover now for the win. Hayes kicks it too.
And Williams once again on the apron.
You can see how concerned Trick Williams is that Carmelo Hayes' championship hopes, might be fading away.
Super kick drops Williams. Hayes picked out of the sky.
Oh, and a spinning Solo.
Is that it for Carmelo Hayes? Trick is out. Carmelo is dazed. Here's your chance, Solo.
Rearing way back. Samoan spike.
Can the champ recover from that?
Cover.
What the? Sikoa is the new champion.
SmackDown? This has to be the most unpredictable era in WWE history.
You know Sikoa was given his...
I ain't doing this one. We can have all the fun we want with these video games and this showcase and these fantasy matchups like Offensica versus Bubba Ray and Diva. I'm not doing shtick about Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. That's a little too volatile. And it's way too personal for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins came up together in the Shield. And Seth Rollins took it upon himself to disband the Shield by blindsiding Roman Reigns with a chair. At WrestleMania 31, Roman Reigns, in the main event of WrestleMania, was about to win the WWE title when Seth Rollins cashed in Money in the Bank and stole the main event, the match, and the title from Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns lost the undisputed championship after almost 4 years, the greatest title reign of all time, to Cody Rhodes. Not because Cody Rhodes was the better man, but because Seth Rollins was right there. And the seduction, the bloodlust that Roman Reigns had for that moment of revenge was too much for Roman Reigns to give up. And for the first time in Roman Reigns' life, he took his eye off the ball for that much time and smashed Seth Rollins with a chair, the same way Seth did a decade earlier to Roman. And that moment gave Cody Rhodes all he needed to end the most historic title reign in WWE history. I'm supposed to do shtick about Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for a showcase? I mean, it's smart, because the next time Roman Reigns steps into the ring with Seth Rollins will be the last time Seth Rollins steps into a ring. Next time Roman Reigns gets his hands on Seth Rollins, you won't have your architect anymore. You won't have your visionary anymore. You won't have your revolutionary anymore. You will have your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, but you'll never again have Seth freaking Rollins. Roman Reigns will put an end to Seth Rollins in WWE. And then the only way you'll ever be able to see Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins will be in the WWE 2K25 showcase. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins from the 2022 Royal Rumble. And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
The big question as we kick off Royal Rumble, will Roman survive tonight?
Well, the man who's walking down the aisle here in front of 44,000 plus, is the greatest champion of all time, transcending the business. And tonight, it's personal. For 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated everyone. And luckily for Roman, he's had a special counsel and his cousins to help him keep cool, keep focused, and concentrate on the business at hand.
Now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside. And without those calming forces, Corey, cracks started to form last night in Roman's armor.
No telling how Roman's going to handle things on his own. It's been years since he competed on his own. But that's the situation we're seeing right now for the Tribal Chief. In recent weeks, Seth Rollins touched on the one thing that Roman Reigns has not been able to get over: the dissolution of the Shield at the hands of Seth Rollins.
Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man, and what Seth Rollins did to his family was cowardly in the eyes of the head of the table, the Tribal Chief, the man who is blessed by the gods of sports entertainment.
Corey, on SmackDown last night, we saw one thing that we haven't seen out of Roman Reigns. We saw Roman Reigns lose his cool.
games from Rollins. As we heard that music pop right there, the Shield, you can't help but have a little nostalgia. You can't help but think back to the glory days of when the Shield would go to town, beating everybody down.
Until that man right there, Seth freaking Rollins, decided to tear it apart.
Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well. He knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion. He knew there was one thing that Reigns will never get over, and that is that Seth Rollins chose to end the Shield.
The infamous blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair many years ago, which broke up perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Well, tonight, Rollins will use that to get in the head of the champ and win the Universal title.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the Universal Championship. Introducing the challenger from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins. And his opponent from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, he is the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns.
And that title, the WWE Universal Championship, has been in Reigns' possession for a record-breaking 516 days. Can he extend the reign even further tonight? Bell rings and the WWE Universal title is on the line. Roman Reigns, over 500 days as Universal Champion, but nobody spinning his head like his old brother-in-arms, Seth Rollins.
Well, Seth freaking Rollins tore that brotherhood apart 8 years ago, and we can now see that the Tribal Chief never truly recovered from that night.
Well, speaking of family, the Usos have been banned from ringside, and last month, Roman fired Heyman from the Bloodline. So right now, the head of the table needs to win without any allies by his side.
Rapid fire Samoan drop.
And the wise man, Paul Heyman, will be at ringside for a championship match tonight, just not this one.
And that's just sickening to me, Cole. Reigns had just cause for firing the wise man, and now Paul's right back with his old client. Heyman has zero loyalty to the Bloodline.
Okay, Corey, did you forget the fact that Roman attacked Heyman? Anyway, Reigns just needs to forget all of that tonight. Rollins is already playing next-level mind games in this match. Reigns cannot let Paul Heyman's actions affect him.
And he is directed into the corner. Oh, look at this, raining right hands. No escape from these punches. You want to wear your Shield gear? You want to play mind games with the head of the table, Seth? This is what you get. Be prepared for the wrath of the Tribal Chief.
Stopping the arm. Gentlemen, for 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated. He had special counsel and cousins to help him stay in control, to keep his cool, to concentrate on the business at hand. But now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside.
Without those calming forces, cracks have started to show. Every comment Rollins has made about their past cuts deeper. Every mind game breaks Roman's spirit even further. This might be the toughest physical battle the Tribal Chief has faced. But
crashing to the floor.
A bold decision to go high risk there, but it completely backfired.
Took from the top.
Oh, strong impact. Seth Rollins just getting dismantled.
And you can see Seth is being run into the ground by Roman.
I hate to say this, but the Tribal Chief has become extremely frazzled without the benefit of having the Bloodline by his side.
Every little move Rollins makes seems to put Reigns on edge. This outfit, the Shield's entrance music. I bet if Rollins gave Roman a fist bump, it would make the Tribal Chief go nuclear. All the way down.
That kind of power is why they have the gold on their waist. Carrying the opposition. What's the thought here?
Right into the pin.
Kicks out on the pinfall attempt.
Showing his determination there with that kick out.
Now bringing the fight back into the ring.
Connecting with a sharp elbow. Each shot landing with a little bit more venom. Good
technique reversing Rollins. Neither competitor is backing down.
Reigns so close to finishing this, he can taste it. Ending Rollins and closing the book on the Shield will be his biggest victory yet. This is a war of attrition with neither superstar wanting to be the one who surrenders.
Look at this. This can't be good.
Rollins, kick to the gut. On top. Pedigree! This could do it.
And he has the shoulder up before, too.
An emphatic. Rollins on the move.
Stop! It just got as bad as it could for the champ.
And the cover. Oh, shoulder up before 3.
Guys, I thought we were getting a new champion there. Well, we might see a new champ here tonight.
Don't put the cart before the horse. The champ kicked out and has no intentions on losing that title anytime soon.
What a battle Rollins has waged so far, but he's not finished yet. Headed out of the ring, but the count is looming. Bang! Crucial counter there.
The tribal chief back, and forth we go.
Firing with a straight shot there. Batting down the hatches. These two
going strike for strike, it seems. Super talk!
Taking charge in a big way.
And Seth's well-laid plans are working to perfection against Reigns here.
Thrown out of ringside and back to the mat.
Something bad is coming his way, and he has no clue.
Reigns cuts him off.
I have to admit, it's a pretty cold move for Rollins to just take the years of history the Shield had and turn it into a joke here tonight.
It's appalling, Saxton. Rollins has always treated that sacred history as a joke. Now we know that Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man. What Seth Rollins did to his family 8 years ago was cowardly. Now it's time for Rollins to pay.
Rollins continuing to mock Reigns, continuing to infuriate him as he attacks the tribal chief.
Holy, meet the barricade.
He quickly slides into the ring. And he's going to the outside, which will start a count out.
He's in a bad way, but still has something left in the tank.
He gets into the ring.
Some mental chess here from Rollins.
In the corner, and an elbow for good measure.
Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well, says he knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion.
Rollins knew there was one thing that Roman Reigns could never, ever get over, that it was Seth Rollins who chose to end the Shield.
That blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair so many years ago broke up perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Who would have thought that moment would still loom so large and be the biggest key to victory for Seth freaking Rollins? Gets put into the barricade.
Back in the ring.
Taking things to the outside, but got to make sure to heed the official's count. Look at Reigns, top rope.
From the top.
Totally missed that one.
The stop has been so effective for Rollins, but he might have an even more dangerous move this night with the pedigree.
Indeed, the pedigree made famous by a man who's been part of the story since the beginning. Triple H, the man who manipulated Rollins into turning on the Shield became something of a father figure for Rollins.
And judging by the cerebral approach Rollins has taken tonight, he indeed knows how to play the game.
Climbing up to the top, looking to go high risk.
Roman has taken a moment to soak it all in.
Gotta get back into the ring quickly. Otherwise, this match is over.
He got in. He got in. Just avoiding the ref's count.
Big right hand.
He gets out. Look to the gut by Rollins. Upon the stomp connects. We might be moments away from crowning a new champ. Cover.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable. Kick out at one.
Unbelievable. More like inhuman.
There's no way that was what Seth Rollins was expecting. He thought this match was his.
Picture-perfect drop kick.
Heading to ringside now.
Dodges away.
Well-placed elbow drops.
And Reigns is really fired up. Sidewalk slam.
Roman Reigns locked and loaded in the corner. Superman punch. Absolutely laid Rollins out. And now Reigns can find...
Reigns in the corner. Ready to strike.
Ooh, great anticipation.
Reigns gets out of fear. But Reigns.
Did the champ just finish the job?
Reigns, Rollins, both men are waging an epic battle.
For years, these Shield brothers would go town to town and beat the competition to a pulp. Tonight, they're doing it to each other. Oh, what a boot. And it seems like his head might be the target here.
And
Reigns hits it.
Perfect execution by the champion. I don't even think Roman's aware of where he is anymore. He has tunnel vision for Rollins. The only thing the Tribal Chief is seeing right now is red. And heaven have mercy on Reigns, old Shield brother now.
And here's Reigns now, misses wildly with the clothesline attempt. Spear! Spear by Reigns! Roman Reigns from out of nowhere with a spear!
That could end it for Rollins if Roman could just make the cover.
Roman trying to fight through the pain. Oh my, guys. Guys, look at what Rollins is doing.
After all these two have been through, Rollins wants that Shield fist bump.
Reigns shaking it off as Rollins continues to try to play mind games.
Yeah, but that may have triggered a litany of emotions within the Tribal Chief. Reigns unsure of what to do.
Roman Reigns determining what to do now. Will he slay his former brother? Reigns now. Look, gonna lock in the guillotine. Submission
Well, there's
move
your
locked
answer.
in. Submission move locked in.
Rollins in major peril right now. Rollins looking like he's starting to fade.
Seth trying desperately to make it to the bottom rope.
I'm not sure he can make it, Corey.
Trying to make it to the rope to force some sort of break. Seth trying to hang on. How can he do this here? Is Rollins going to tap here? What's Rollins going to do? Is he going to tap out?
Well, he makes it to the rope. Reigns has a 5 count to break the hold.
And Reigns breaks the hold here. Roman breaks the hold, and this match continues.
It just shows you how locked in Roman Reigns is to winning this match. Rollins just motionless now. Roman had that guillotine locked in far too long.
Well, the oxygen slowly circulating through.
Oh, Roman Reigns locked and loaded, measuring his opponent.
That's it. The title's going nowhere.
Oh, Roman Reigns about to put his opponent away. No getting up from this.
The champ delivering when it counts. The champ taking care of business here.
Goes into the corner.
Superman punch!
And a spear! That is how a true champion defends their title.
And going for the pin.
And Reigns retains the title.
Here is your winner, and still the Universal Champion,
Roman Reigns has finally done it. Finally earned that title defense against Seth Rollins. Finally exercised the ghost of the Shield.
It looks like a huge weight has been lifted from the shoulders of the tribal chief. Roman may never forgive Rollins, but now he can forget him.
I'm the last guy to knock a revolution. I've led a few of those, you know. I admire revolutionaries. I respect evolutionaries. They are the lifeblood of the bloodline. So when Solo Sikoa seized the moment and became the tribal chief in Roman Reigns' absence, I didn't like it. I don't even think I respected it. But something deep down in me admired it. That took some forward thinking.
I'm the chief now!
Now we all know what happened when the OG bloodline, led by Roman Reigns, faced the new rogue bloodline, led by Solo Sikoa, in the War Games. But there was a discussion here while planning the WWE 2K25 showcase that has me, your wise man, admittedly a little intrigued. What if War Games was limited to only OG bloodline, no honorary uses, versus Solo's rogue bloodline, no honorary uses? It's 4-on-4 Roman Reigns. The Usos, Sami Zayn, versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and the most dangerous new competitor WWE has ever seen, the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu. What happens then? This is your moment to determine who is the real bloodline. This is your moment to determine who is the only bloodline. This is where the bloodline's legacy and the bloodline's future is in your hands.
The following contest is the men's War Games match. The rules of the match are as follows. Two teams will be...
The bloodline is in chaos. This wrestling dynasty. And gentlemen, it is time for Bloodline War Games. Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu.
Both of these sides have a deep and abiding hatred for one another. Solo felt he was held down. His crew never called up during Roman's time as the tribal chief.
But most of the men on Roman's side were unceremoniously removed from the bloodline courtesy of Solo Sikoa. And those who weren't have faced continued attacks from the new bloodline.
And the winners tonight are very likely to be considered the true bloodline by the WWE Universe. Let's see who comes out on top tonight. A lot to prove from the new bloodline tonight. Gentlemen, do you think they can do it?
Absolutely, Cole. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga have been competing on a different level as of late.
They have won some major matches and earned titles too, but I worry they might not be as ready for War Games as Roman's crew. There's a lot more big match experience in general.
From the top!
And some effective offense with that one. A consistent attack being mounted on Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, Jay has all the wheels turning now.
8 men in this war, but one seems to be fighting his own internal battle. That man, Jimmy Uso.
He's currently on Team Roman, but this might be an instance of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Uncle Jimmy had clashes with Roman. He went to war with his brother Jay, but the men who put Jimmy on the shelf for months stand across the ring. Jimmy's out for every member of Solo's squad tonight, and he'll deal with the rest of his fractured family later.
Looks like the impending numbers advantage isn't enough for him.
Attacking the leg there. And now you have to protect that leg from further harm. You can't finish a match on one good leg alone.
Solo Sikoa, leader of the new bloodline, has called himself the head of the table, called himself the tribal chief.
And when he asked the WWE Universe to acknowledge him, we're hearing more and more of the crowd agree.
From Wayne. Wicked chop. Clothesline. Good Lord, so effective. Headbutt connects. Right to the spine. He looks absolutely gassed here.
Or he surely doesn't have much left in him. It's like we're looking at The Walking Dead here.
Oh, and it's reversed.
Oh, watch out. There's a seat for your face.
Oh, and a rear super kick.
From behind, nasty.
If there's one man here with the most to prove, it's got to be Tonga Loa.
We've often seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in War Games.
Many folks think Tonga Loa is just a foot soldier for Solo. But let's not forget, this man is the son of Haku. Just like his father, Tonga Loa truly excels in a brawl. And there is no bigger brawl than War Games.
So much disdain with each of these shots. Something about this is starting to feel way more personal.
Oof.
Sami so much as a member of the Bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still Usi?
I think he is, Corey. Sami seems elated to be fighting alongside Jay and even Jimmy. Those are his dogs.
What a barrage of stomps.
Zayn has it.
Sami Zayn, Blue Thunder Bomb.
And in just a moment, the numbers advantage set to come into play here. Take a seat at the table. I can't begin to imagine what he's got planned here, guys.
Maybe it's a yard sale. Here's the buzzer, and Jimmy Uso is looking for revenge against the new bloodline in War Games.
Adding some extra spice to the numbers is top rope.
Now looking at Jay.
Crucial moment for Tonga Loa. Say, is this wrapped up? Old bloodline, new bloodline. Both sides engaging in a brutal battle.
Every one of these men is fighting with every fiber of their being to be considered a true bloodline.
OG bloodline leader Roman Reigns has so much on the line in this one, guys.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Solo Sikoa took his spot at the head of the table. He says he's the new tribal chief.
And that is Roman's legacy. Those names, this group, they mean something. But the bloodline represents all that Roman has built in his career. And he needs to take it back tonight.
Battling between the rings might not be the best idea before the match begins.
Lift it up. What's next? Super kick. Ouch. That'd be a bit tough for Jay to stand up against this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forgive.
We've seen the wars that Jay has waged with his opponent.
Kick in the corner. Can Jacob Fatu come back from that? Tama Tonga looking to get wild inside War Games alongside his bloodline.
Just trying to pound their opponent into the ground even further. Even in the teams and looking under the ring for a little extra insurance. No doubt about it. This is just adding extreme insult to injury.
And the WWE Universe top rope.
And it's Jey Uso.
Jay nailed all of it.
Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side has less experience inside this structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga is a real wild card. He's like a hyena locked in a cage.
Zayn held close. Down with a DDT.
Does that finish Sami off?
Gosh, what a match.
Oh, getting smacked in the head with a chair. And Jimmy realizing he's not the only one in this match willing to do anything it takes.
Yeah, Jacob looked confident going on the attack.
Oh, what a headbutt on the mark. Running Hurricane Rana. Fantastic. It's about to be an uphill battle for one team once this clock hits zero. I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every bloodline member, new and old, is a generational athlete. But Jacob seems to be a step ahead of every one of these men at times.
Many already believe Jacob can take the mantle as the leader of the bloodline. If he doesn't want to earn the victory tonight, his time as the top high.
One of the roster stops.
Basement drop kick.
Big double axe handle. Look at this, just
The stomp in every single part of his body. And the damage to the torso is just piling up.
each blow to the midsection just compounding that pain.
And looking at Jey Uso. Super kick. Absorbing the pain of another attack to the head. He could be dazed.
Oh my God, a DDT!
Spike.
Oof, there's the double axe handle.
And these non-stop attacks on the torso have more than done their job here. We could be looking at broken ribs.
Oh, holy time. grotesque attempt. Vicious kick to the cranium of their opponent.
Things will come back to an even playing field with the next entrant. He's definitely been worn down a little.
And now the new tribal chief, Solo Sikoa, joining Bloodline War Games.
The next move might have crossed the line.
Recovers from that.
Tossed by the neck.
Foot, knee to face. Striking down the axe handle.
That hit connects with Sami Zayn. Went after the head and neck again.
Maybe trying to rattle the opposition's balance. Belly to belly.
Now Reigns.
Reigns put his stamp on this one.
Roman Reigns setting up for his patented move.
Uso splash. The lights are out for Sikoa. Here we go. He thinks this is it.
And Reigns spear.
Reigns got all of it.
And Tana evades that. He's looking fairly drained. You're a kid for better. Oh, did you hear that?
Only running on instinct.
Oh, a spear!
Jacob thought you've got a problem here.
He's just waiting for that perfect top rope.
Will Jimmy end this? That can vanquish Tana.
And Team Roman wins the War Games.
The new bloodline has fallen.
Your winner, Roman Reigns, Jimmy and Jey Uso, and Sami Zayn, the Bloodline.
Unbelievable. Roman's original bloodline crew found a way to work together and reestablish their...
Here we go. First two combatants locked in the War Game structure. The original Bloodline versus the new Bloodline in the match beyond.
The WWE Universe has wanted to see this war for some time, gentlemen. Roman and his old guard versus Solo and the new crew.
So many questions. Can Roman's teammates put their past animosity aside? Can the rest of Solo's gang handle a match against competitors with more War Games experience?
Well, Byron, I think we'll know the answer to all those questions in just a matter of minutes. 8 men in this war, but one seems to be fighting his own internal battle. That man, Jimmy Uso.
He's currently on Team Roman, but this might be an instance of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Well, Jimmy had clashes with Roman. He went to war with his brother Jey, but the men who put Jimmy on the shelf for months stand across the ring. Jimmy's out for every member of Solo's squad tonight, and he'll deal with the rest of his fractured family later.
Smothering offense now from Jey Uso.
Yeah, Uso is firing on all cylinders.
Uh-oh, has to find a way out of this.
No, someone call a dentist.
And Jacob Fatu is having the fight brought right to him there.
Sent straight into the corner hard.
Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side has less experience inside this structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga is a real wild card. He's like a hyena locked in a cage with a bunch of raw meat.
I even asked Tama backstage if he was looking forward to this match, and he just said to me, yeah.
Great journalism there, Byron.
Thanks, Michael.
A lot to prove from the new bloodline tonight. Gentlemen, do you think they can do it?
Absolutely, Cole. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga have been competing on a different level as of late.
They have won some major matches and earned titles too, but I worry they might not be as ready for War Games as Roman's crew. There's a lot more big match experience in general on Roman's side.
No, that may be true, but Solo's side has youth and a devil-may-care attitude that can work out tremendously inside War Games. I expect Solo's side to go all out here inside this sadistic structure.
Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still Usi?
I think he is, Corey. Sami seems elated to be fighting alongside Jay and even Jimmy. Those are his dogs.
New entrant about to come in and not a moment too soon. Countering that offense. Oh, man. Did you hear the snap of the kendo stick?
Tonga Loa now entering the fray of Bloodline War Games.
Found an opening and turned it into a bulldog. If there's one man here with the most to prove, it's got to be Tonga Loa.
We've often seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in War Games.
Many folks think Tonga Loa is just a foot soldier for Solo. But let's not forget, this man is the son of Haku. Just like his father, Tonga Loa truly excels in a brawl. And there is no bigger brawl than War Games.
Getting raided with a succession of strikes.
Just relentless.
And looking at Jacob Fatu. Whack!
Oh, God. Springboard, but nobody home. Oh, my God. The table has imploded.
OG Bloodline leader Roman Reigns has so much on the line in this one, guys.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Solo Sikoa took his spot at the head of the table. He says he's the new tribal chief.
And that is Roman's legacy. Those names, this group, they mean something. But the bloodline represents all that Roman has built in his career. And he needs to take it back tonight.
And the balance of power is about to shift with this upcoming entrant. And top
Jay can seal it here.
Here's the buzzer, and Jimmy Uso is looking for revenge against the new bloodline in War Games.
Jay ready to end things.
If you're on the opposite side of this entry, you are bracing for a fight.
Solo Sikoa, leader of the new bloodline.
Is that all she wrote for Tonga Loa?
Old bloodline, new bloodline, both sides engaging in a brutal battle.
Every one of these men is fighting with every fiber in their being to be considered the true bloodline. And being targeted again, it seems.
Tonga Loa reverses and looks to capitalize.
Oh, a nasty stomp to finish it off.
Taking out the arm, great strategy. Gotta be a bit tough for Jay to stand up amongst this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forgive.
We've seen the wars that Jay has waged with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy, but he needs to put that aside tonight.
And Jay has the title wins and big victories that earned him the main event moniker.
But meanwhile, here's Sami Zayn.
Is Zayn closing this out?
And guys, this is what War Games is all about. Both bloodlines leaving it all in the ring.
The old guard and new school trading their biggest shots in one of the most dangerous. Crossbody from the top.
Look at this, just unloading. And a stop to the gut, too.
Coming in with the heavy hardware to even the odds.
On the top, he's going up the open. He must certainly have a plan here.
Takes another trip to the skies, and it pays off once again.
I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every bloodline member, new and old, is a generational athlete. Can Jacob Fatu come back from that?
string together as many hits with that weapon as possible.
This is beyond personal now. This is about putting the competition out of action.
Everyone is out of their seats right now.
All eyes are glued on the action in front of them. Countdown's on and get ready because this will give one team a greater number of combatants. Oh, a kick, and again to the back of the head.
And the tribal chief is now entering.
Nasty move by Zayn.
No doubt, Sammy just ended this.
And walking through the structure door, this is where nightmares become reality.
Attacks landing above the neck.
Things have to be getting a little fuzzy here.
Punch after punch.
Scaling this unforgiving War Games cage. What a shot.
Oh, God, the crimson is flowing. He's seriously hurt now.
Look at this. Now suplex. And he's looking out of sorts now.
Ooh, a nasty kick. Just disrespectful.
He's able to reverse it.
Samoan drop.
That attack certainly put Jimmy's toughness to the test. Oh, my God. Oh, and a backbreaker. Spear!
And that can vanquish Tom. Forearm club.
On the ground. He's trying again.
And looking at Jacob Fatu.
Disturbing impact.
Oh, ouch.
And now the new tribal chief, Solo Sikoa, joining Bloodline War Games. And he's got cartoon birds swirling over his head right now.
Hitting with a game ender.
He's struggling to stay in this thing.
I'm positive there's working in his game plan. But if he wants to survive this match, he needs to come up with a new plan ASAP.
This is certainly an effective use of a foreign object.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a ball game. Direction call. We have ourselves a War Games. Power from the suplex.
Tamatonga setting it up. Here it comes. Boom. Oh, what a headbutt. On the mark.
That's you in your head.
Oh, weakening the leg here. There's the arm wringer, sending him all the way over to the next ring. Boom!
Destructive. Sending with a big boot. Can Jacob Fatu come back from that?
Jumping clothesline. What agility.
Good golly. Wow, Reigns nailed it.
He's taking on some damage at this point. And he's going to the top.
Taking flight.
Big splash.
What's Jacob Fatu's intentions here? Ooh, DDT.
This could put a stop to Zayn. Taken down by the neck.
Into the corner for the win.
Fights the shoulder up and one.
I am shaking my head in disbelief over how he managed to get the shoulder. What a shot.
Quick answer. Climbing up the turnbuckle. He flying. Shoulders are down. And looking at Jacob Fatu. Somehow breaks the count immediately.
Better hold off on the victory push. Jacob Fatu taking flight. Unreal athleticism from Jacob Fatu. Jacob about to end this fight.
Taking over now. Pure instinct to kick out before three.
Lightning fast punches. save. Still alive here.
Climbing up the wall now, and he's got some crazy Uso splash.
That could put Tama down for good. Down with the Samoan drop.
And Sammy taking it back after that offense.
Jacob's planning something here.
And his hand will once again the target. Reigns sizing up the target.
More devastating than the last.
Roman Reigns, Jimmy and Jay Uso, and Sami Zayn, the Bloodline.
Unbelievable. Roman's original Bloodline crew found a way to work together and reestablish their dominance.
You may not know who your brother or enemy is by their last name, but when you're...
Okay, a little bit out of character for your wise man, but that was a little bit difficult for me to watch. Seeing this family splinter into two groups, fighting against each other, it breaks my dark heart. But they're all grown men, and you settled the issue. Now let's give Solo credit. Forming Team Solo was, of course, his usual backup of Tama Tonga and Tongaloa, the sons of Haku, feared as one of the baddest men to ever walk planet Earth. Along with them, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu, son of Tama, also known as TK All Day, the Tonga Kid, another fearsome competitor from WWE's golden era. But did you know that Haku and Tama once comprised one of WWE's most impressive tag teams? Haku had been considered family by the Dynasty for years on end, and his teaming with Tama, brother of Rikishi, solidified this for eternity. The Islanders were a formidable test for any tag team in WWE in the late 1980s, competing against teams like the Hart Foundation and the British Bulldogs. Initially fan favorites, the two would embrace a more hard-nosed approach and even teamed up with WWE Hall of Famer Bobby the Brain Heenan, finding even more success. The team flawlessly merged aerial excellence, martial arts mastery, and some
The Islanders versus the Street Profits in a best-of-3 falls match. This matchup represents two teams who want to rule the tag team division and have sharpened their offensive arsenals so one move can put away any opponent.
The Street Profits swag levels are at an all-time high, and they told the Islanders they want the smoke.
Look, this is the best Street Profits we've ever seen, but the Islanders are exceptionally dangerous. And don't forget their secret weapon in the form of Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Look, I get that the Islanders are brutal, but when I look at Haku, I kind of see something royal about him.
Are you kidding me, Saxton? Haku's a big, mean dude who loves to brawl. Nothing about him says royalty.
Though Bobby Heenan does seem intent on taking the Islanders to the top of WWE, perhaps becoming king of the ring, is on that path.
Hung out to dry.
Uh-oh. Haku shows the wherewithal. There's a headbutt.
Thunderous club comes down. Very effective.
So many accolades for Dawkins and Ford, Triple Crown Tag Team Champions, multiple WrestleMania wins. This win could be another major feather in their caps.
It could be, but for the Islanders, all those accolades are motivation. Haku and Tama know they're the best tag team around, so they want to knock off the Profits and prove it. Then maybe they'll get the respect they rightfully deserve.
Corey, you've competed in these type of matches before. What's the key to victory for Haku and Tama?
It's crucial for the Islanders to win the first fall as early as possible. To do that, they've got to either isolate Ford or Dawkins and block their path to make an attack.
Down with the vertical suplex.
And Haku is suppressing any offense from his opponent.
The Islanders putting a beating on the Street Profits. Sent to the corner.
Counter right when it was needed.
Something that Tez and Dawkins need to watch out for tonight is the presence of Bobby the Weasel Heenan. He'll do anything for his clients.
Don't you dare disparage the brain, Saxton. Heenan is indeed a wise man who has quickly brought the Islanders up the ranks. They'll be tag champions in no time.
Ooh, and he stops that offense. Scoop slam! There's the tag.
And evades the attack. From behind, back suplex.
We're watching two great teams at work right now, but with the talent at this level in the ring, you have to wonder, are there any possible breakout singles?
What you doing here, Corey?
The colossal clutch is
Slipped right underneath, and just like that, he's out of the hold.
chop combination. Across the forehead and right to the chest and then the throat. Wicked. Drop toe hold.
Got flipped upside down there.
Asmo set up in the corner of the ring.
Ooh, stereo headbutt. A 2 out of 3 falls match is a different beast and a bit of a rarity in tag team competition. But one of these teams actually has a bit of a history with this stipulation.
Yeah, Cole, the Islanders have a history of success in multi-fall matches and in high-profile situations, no less. They competed in the main event of the first Royal Rumble event in this kind of match and won it in 2 straight falls.
They also won a 2 out of 3 falls match on Saturday night's main event. Bottom line, the Islanders are more than ready for this. Hopefully, the Street Profits are quick learners. Tag! Tag made! He tags out.
Caught with a lariat. Oh, what a clubbing blow. Ooh, twist to the arm and then an elbow right to the shoulder. Stiff headbutt. Dawkins could be moments away from being beaten. Haku with a tongue and death grip.
Able to free himself from the grip.
Powerful suplex.
This could do it. He gets the kick out after the 1.
He's still got life in this matchup.
Dawkins' attack gets reversed.
Oh, my God.
Big back body drop.
You see the height on that?
Put in the corner now.
Tag was made.
Tag made, double team. Gonna send their opponent across the ring into the ropes and double top takes them down. He's absorbing a lot of damage here. Elbow drop.
Piercing.
Tama saw what was coming. Up on their shoulders.
Down in a hurry. Samoans.
Uh-oh. Caught with that sharp elbow.
Big punch finds its mark. Bam!
Just a dominant display. My goodness.
Countered into a jawbreaker.
I'm glad the Islanders are able to compete tonight. I was worried they'd have to serve another suspension.
Oh, what a phony charge that was. Heenan and the Islanders did an amazing job as dog sitters, and they got punished for it. Then again, the corrupt president who handed out that suspension also vacated the WWE Championship for no good reason.
Yeah, Corey, there's just too many things to correct you on there.
Tremendous impact. Skull-crushing headbutt.
At this stage, the damage is really mounted.
But I highly doubt anybody's going to throw in the towel, though.
There it is! Reversal!
This is a big night for the Street Profits. Their party cups are filled to the brim tonight. I took a sniff of it, and it nearly knocked me out.
I've seen tap water knock you loopy, Saxton, but I know for a fact that the Profits have the strong stuff in hand tonight. In fact, I've heard the Islanders plan on taking a victory swig after this match.
They can definitely handle it, Corey. Tom and Haku have very strong hands.
My God, the Islanders continuing the assault. The Street Profits just don't know the word quit.
This is not just about winning. This is about taking over.
A flat-out power into the scoop slam.
From the top. Right on point. Forget about it.
Tags in here.
Vicious, downright savage club right there.
The Street Profits having a bit of trouble here against the Islanders.
There's just something about the Anawahi family that Tez and Dawkins can't quite overcome.
Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, Tama Tonga, and of course the Usos from the top.
Diving double axe handle. He tags in his partner.
And makes the tag to their partner.
Samoan.
Uh-oh. Oh, he cuts it off.
He just flipped the script there.
Oh, Bulldog.
One-handed.
Making his way to the top here.
From the top.
Diving headbutt. We thought it was going to be the Street Profits going to the air this often.
The Islanders beating Angelo and Montez at their own game now.
And we just saw a flurry of strikes here. And Dawkins is really being knocked around here.
The Islanders straight up crushing the Profits here.
Up high. Diving crossbody. Throwing all caution to the wind.
Lift off. Big height, bigger impact. The Profits are down and the Islanders are about to reap the rewards.
2 count. He scores the fall. And he's looking for it again. Heading. Look out. Uh-oh. Dawkins' attack gets reversed.
Soaring.
Diving brain chop.
You have got to be kidding.
This could do it for the win. Oh, my God. That was so close.
He refuses to stay down.
Pure instinct. Oh. Vicious double axe handle.
Tama with a devastating assault.
Yeah, Dawkins needs to find a way to right the ship here. Samoan drop, Byron.
Oh, no, it's the Hawaiian drop.
Oh.
Quickly transition. Shoulders are down.
Uh-oh.
Second fall for the Islanders. And they beat the Profits.
Here are your winners, Tama and Haku, the Islanders.
What a matchup. The Islanders met the Street Profits offense at every turn in the air and the ground. This loss is going to hurt Dawkins and Ford for a long time.
Look, we saw tremendous tag teams do what they do best, but only one could win. And the Islanders stepped up and got the job done. Tama and Haku just proved they are the best tag team of any.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have the words to convey how proud I am to have been part of this historic showcase. Having worked alongside this family, this bloodline, for so many decades, reliving moments that I got to experience firsthand has been a privilege of the highest order. Introducing you to WWE legends that I hold in such high esteem, and also spotlighting the modern day greatness their descendants have provided you in recent years, all to pay tribute to the greatest wrestling family I have ever known, has truly been my privilege. To be successful in this industry is a 1 in a billion chance. To see one bloodline continuously pump out superstar after superstar, champion after champion, generation after generation, is a testament not only to the skills they possess, but also to the work they put in to become absolute masters of their craft. And it cannot be stated any other way. This dynasty, this family, this bloodline has mastered every single solitary aspect of professional wrestling. And by reliving their magnificent history, you've begun your path of mastery as well. You've conquered former champions, righted some very egregious historical wrongs, survived war games, and even settled the question as to who the true tribal chief really is. You've unlocked WWE legends who are now ready to unleash their special brand of offense on current WWE superstars who didn't think they'd ever have to face these classic competitors like Haku or the Wild Samoans. It wasn't easy, and you definitely had to get a little oozy along the way. But you showed that bloodline spirit and determination, and now you stand at the top of the mountain. On behalf of WWE and the 2K families, we all thank you so very much for playing. And on behalf of every fan of this beautiful performance art known as professional wrestling, we thank you, the Anawa'i, Fatu, and Maivia clans, for decades of entertainment and generations of pure brilliance, for creating greatness with your hard work and sharing it with all of us so freely. Before we go, we do have one last surprise for you at home. Now that you've showcased your skills and earned a spot as an honorary Oos, it's time for you to choose who rules your WWE universe as the tribal chief. Is Roman Reigns still your tribal chief, or have you thrown in with the attempted coup by Solo Sikoa? Do you want to see Tamina finally rule over everyone? Or is it TK all day, every day, don't you say? Regardless of who you choose, you've earned the right to acknowledge your tribal chief.
The following match is the 2K Showcase Tribal Gauntlet. The winner of this match will be acknowledged as your Tribal Chief. The rules of the match are as follows. 2 superstars will start in the ring. When one superstar is eliminated, a new superstar enters. Eliminations can occur by pinfall, submission, disqualification, or countouts. The match will be won if the first entrant eliminates all other entrants in the match.
The Bloodline Gauntlet match begins here, gentlemen, with our first entrant.
A superstar with a daunting challenge ahead. Grinding your way through the bloodline, one of the biggest dynasties in history? Is it even possible?
Well, it's highly improbable, but nothing's impossible in WWE.
Wow! How's this for an opening opponent in a gauntlet match?
History being made right here. The most prestigious family in the history of our business is at war with one of their own members, and tonight will be a battle to set order to the entire bloodline.
An uphill battle is what it will be. You have the toughest set of competitors trying to dash your dreams of being recognized as the head of the table.
Boom! Read that one. And we know there was turmoil in the family coming into this match, so much so they decided a gauntlet match was the only way to set the narrative straight.
Let's call it what it is, Michael. The family wants to put this member in their place, wants to bring them down a peg. To me, tonight reads more like punishment for having ambition. Backbreaker. He almost got caught by that one. Oh, man.
Bang! He finds a counter. Pulled in from belly to belly. Penny predicament, shoulders down.
Not enough to get past the 1 count yet.
Up on the shoulders. Down in a hurry.
And we know the lineup we are seeing tonight is exceptionally talented. Each one is capable of taking anybody to their breaking point.
Yeah, but I think our prime challenger has a chip on their shoulder. As dangerous as this lineup looks, I do believe the most dangerous individual is the one who's taken them all on.
A rare spot of trouble for Nia.
The Rock reaching that other level.
Effective arm drag.
Many gauntlet matches have happened in WWE, but with this one being all bloodline, is there anything special a combatant should consider?
Well, everyone in the family is physical, but this battle will only be won with a clear mind. A focus on the opponent in front of you instead of the next one through the curtain is paramount. If you're thinking about who's next, you'll lose to who's in front of you now.
Effective arm drag.
Natural athletic ability shown by The Rock.
Nia needs to find that irresistible force once more.
Up fast. Buster. Down hard.
It's time! It's time for the most electrifying move in all sports entertainment! She saw that coming.
Hoisted up. Oh, shoulders down. Kick out. She still has life.
Getting dangerously close to ending it all there.
Nia's getting picked apart here.
Showing exactly why he's the great one.
Denied via a wicked punch to the stomach. Both competitors showing they've studied the other's playbooks to the T.
DDT. Big clothesline.
Just cranking the head. That's how you wear down your opponent.
Mounting their downed opponent and firing off a series of blows.
Oh, a nasty stop to finish it off. She's pumping herself up, reaching out for that burst of energy.
Ripped in the hard way.
Propped up in the corner.
The Rock, an arm wrench.
Boom! DDT.
There it is! Rock bottom!
The Rock has this wrapped up.
2. Nah, she kicked out.
Amazing kick out. You cannot help but be impressed by Nia Jax's form.
She doing here, Corey? Forcing her to break the hold here.
Submission applied too close to the ropes. Could be a critical mistake. Oh, target acquired and destroyed.
And just raking at the eyes in desperation there.
Cobra clutches in. Cobra clutches in.
Fading up, backbreaker 2.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Forcefully delivered. Escapes out of that attack.
Laid up with a power slam. Cover! 2. That's it. It's over. Nia Jax taken out of this gauntlet match.
One elimination down, but the end's not here, just so you know. Watch out, here comes Alpha, and this gauntlet just got very interesting.
Clothesline.
And as cruel as this match might seem, let's not forget, this is family. And right or wrong, however a family settles their disputes needs to be respected.
Get ready, Corey. Get ready for the most electrifying move in all sports entertainment. People's elbow. That could be Alpha's demise.
He got him off. Has been knocked out of the gauntlet.
It's a fight for survival, and only the strongest will survive.
Look who's entering the gauntlet. Jey Uso's ready to take this whole thing.
The whole WWE Universe is smelling what The Rock is cooking.
He finds a counter for Jey.
Uh-oh. About to hit. Picture perfect from The Rock.
2. He's still in this fight.
What a crucial kick out, and the blood is still pumping for Jey Uso.
Rock might need to dial up a little more electricity than usual if that wasn't enough. The Rock with a great counter. Lariat.
Has him in the corner, thinking of the next move.
Oh, fought back with an elbow. Right to the jaw.
We're seeing one response after another. Neither superstar gaining a foothold. Looks like The Rock is feeling it. Blackjack. Gosh, landing face first. Oh, my goodness.
He could be starting to really struggle in this match.
Side Russian leg sweep. Side Russian leg sweep.
Oh, perfect form.
He's going up. Oh, quick way to respond.
High cross body.
Did you guys feel the rumble from that impact?
The Rock showing what makes him the people's champ.
Okay, he should really focus on the match now. We get the point.
On the wrong end of some ruthless offense there. Right sweep. Nicely done.
Wear and tear of this match is clearly starting to get to him.
Up on the shoulders. Down in a hurry. Here's the trademark intense offense of The Rock. Yeah, but Uso's just one move from turning this around.
There it is, the people's punch. Inside out.
Turns that in his favor.
Uso reversing the momentum on him.
Jay showing it's not a time for lying down, it's time for fighting back. This is a situation you want to avoid. Crashing down. Samoan drop. Can there be frustration mounting in these competitors, knowing it's going to take more to win this one? You can't let those feelings seep into your psyche. You have to keep your focus.
Stops the incoming attack with a knee to the face.
What a clothesline! Ouch! A lot of damage taken on by Jey Uso. I'm not sure how this will pan out. Yeah, this is troubling. Uh-oh.
About to hit. Look at Jey. His lights are off.
Two. That'll be the end of Jey Uso in this gauntlet match.
Around and around we go. I got lost in the entry pool, but believe me, this thing's far from over.
Here we go with Rikishi next into the gauntlet.
Off the ropes.
Rikishi able to dodge that.
And Corey, there's more than family pride on the line tonight. Everyone in WWE is watching, wanting to know this challenge can be conquered.
And think about the bragging rights if you run through the gauntlet of one of the most prestigious families in all of wrestling. You will automatically be considered the toughest badass walking this earth.
You can see the intent behind that attack. Exploiting the arm must be the strategy here.
The Rock is heading up top. From the top. Elbow drop. Good Lord.
All that size and momentum, landing with a sickening thud. Gets the shoulder up.
He's determined to keep this matchup going. And a stop to the gut, too.
Ow. Foot, meat back.
Stomping. Ouch.
Oh, solid kick across the back. Rikishi is getting picked apart right now. And The Rock's opponent is looking like a jabroni.
Come on now, really? Is that what it's come to?
Driven down.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, kick right to the back. Attacking the arm.
Great way to break down your opponent.
Gets driven into the corner. Oh, caught that foot by surprise. Oh, driving the elbow. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Alley-oop.
want to be in.
Oh, sweep. Nicely done. Drop kick finds the spot.
The Rock, can you smell it?
The Brahma Bull getting himself some at Rikishi's expense.
Rikishi back.
Up fast. Oh, buster. Down hard. Corey, we're going to see it. The most electrifying move in all sports entertainment. The People's Elbow. The Rock got all of it. Cover.
2. Rikishi coming up short in this gauntlet match. He's eliminated.
This thing's just getting going. 5. That's 5 more competitors are set to fight.
This is interesting. Fatu getting in on this gauntlet action.
Bullseye!
Fatu looking helpless to every attack.
And Fatu is looking for a solution.
What a match!
It's total madness in here. Oh, a nasty stop to finish it off.
Making way towards the top rope.
Launching. Using all their body weight.
Into the pin attempt. There's 2. Oh, he kicked out.
Able to squeeze that shoulder out. So close. Ooh, double axe handle.
Oh, an axe handle. And that one seemed to have caught Fatu good.
Blow to the abdomen gets them out of that.
Backbreaker. Has their opponent down.
Able to reach the rope and put it in to the submission. A narrow escape. Carried in a jeopardizing position here. Tossed around like a rag doll.
And that core area really getting lit up. He's got him square in his sights here.
Whoa, hold on. Things turn around quickly. And Fatu got tested there. Oh, an inverted atomic drop. Very nice.
Ooh, again.
Oh, right on the arm. Oh, my goodness.
That was a hell of a maneuver there, guys.
And repeated impacts like that will weaken you mentally as much as it does physically.
Buster!
Down hard.
The Rock about to hit the most electrifying move in all of sports entertainment. People's Elbow. That could ground Fatu for good.
Is it enough? The cover! That's it. It's over. Fatu's taken out of this gauntlet match.
The war rages on. 4 more combatants await the call to fight. Rosie entering this gauntlet match looking to go the distance.
Momentum completely in the corner of The Rock.
The Rock's opponent needs to know his role. And a stomp to the gut. What's he looking for? Here!
Headbutt to the groin.
That was low.
It goes without saying that there is a certain disdain for your opponent when you pull off something like that.
So powerful. Ah, jeez.
I don't think people realize the amount of strength it takes to hurl someone like that. Rosie is getting beaten down here.
Rosie looks to have been well scouted.
Placed him in the corner here. Wicked clothesline. From the middle rope. Oh, what a splash.
Massive damage to the whole body.
Getting him in place, but for what? Bam!
Rosie responds.
Rosie reversing the momentum there.
Going from the defensive to the offensive, he is ready to go.
Turns it around.
Double axe handle smash.
The Rock with some good timing here. The Rock now has a leg up in this match.
Absolutely. The Rock is breaking his opponent down. Stop after stop after stop.
He's in a bit of agony now.
The Rock looking to supercharge those millions and millions of fans of his.
Right back.
Rock. Oh, buster. Down hard.
Rosie needs to get his wits about him fast.
Here it comes. The Rock has this wrapped up.
Cover. 2. Rosie's out of here. Eliminated from this gauntlet match.
Another one down, but 3 more entrants remain.
Now entering the gauntlet is Tamina, ready for action.
Clothesline! Off with their head. And at this point in the gauntlet, are you gentlemen stunned by how long this combatant has been able to survive?
Look, you should never underestimate the fire of a Samoan. In any other circumstance, I wouldn't be surprised. But if you look at the caliber of relatives already eliminated, you can't help but be impressed.
It is beyond electric in here. This energy is on another level. Tamina being controlled by the opposition here.
Tamina has to devise a new plan here.
Down in a hurry.
Pulls their opponent in.
Belly to belly. Oh, a slam. She's now looking a bit worse for wear.
And The Rock reminding everyone that he's so much more than just catchphrases and charisma. Ooh, again.
Electrifying offense from the Brahma Bull.
Absolutely. The Rock is breaking his opponent down. Overhead belly to belly by the Great One.
Totally helpless at the moment.
Driving the face down. Off into the pin.
2 count. She was close to the end there.
Very close. Fatigue clearly setting in.
Boom, right to the midsection.
Tamina being controlled by the opposition here.
But Tamina's just one move from turning this around.
The Rock.
The sharpshooter. It's locked in.
Rope break putting a firm stop to that submission attempt.
Ooh, she puts the brakes on that.
Tamina showing how much punishment she can withstand before dishing it back tenfold.
Tamina hoping to start a rush of her own with that attack. The colossal clutch. The colossal clutch.
This is the worst spot she can be in.
Has to think of something fast or she'll be forced to tap.
Trying to break the hold and is able to do a critical escape there. Chop. Oh, that'll turn your skin red.
Ooh, saw it coming.
Uh-oh.
About to hit. Boom. Tamina's in crisis mode.
Is it up? The cover! Wow, just barely making it out.
How did that not end things for her?
She's showing incredible resiliency.
That usually finishes most men. The Rock has to be frustrated, not getting the fall. Boom!
signs of either combatant backing down.
Giving up now is not an option. They have to finish this.
Looks like we've got ourselves a brawl here.
Toe-to-toe, treating each other like heavy bags.
The willpower, the sheer guts of these two.
Each exchange just sapping the energy from these two.
Rock wrenching the arm, kick to the gut, and a DDT.
Will it be? And a kick out at two.
Both competitors digging deep into their well to keep this match going.
They might be able to put this one away right here. Shoulders up before two.
Right now, I just don't know what it's going to take. Slam down.
What energy in the arena tonight. From the middle rope. Oh, what a splash.
Did Tamina just finish this?
Shoulders are down. Kicked out at one. Even the ref can't believe it.
What? What just... I can't.
Agreed, Saxton.
From the middle rope. Oh, what a splash.
The Great One is down. The Rock is down.
That's impossible.
I can't believe what we just saw.
Can't put this one away even after that big maneuver.
Down in a hurry. Oh, what a clothesline.
Pulls their opponent in.
Belly to belly.
And all that's left is one thing, one finishing touch. Here it comes. Rock got it. I think it's over.
2 count. Gone from the gauntlet. It's Tamina.
And now with just 2 more entrants to go in this gauntlet, anything can happen. And now it's Tama Tonga entering the gauntlet. Caught with a clothesline.
And as we get deeper into this war for the head of the table, the WWE Universe has gained hope. They're starting to believe a miracle is possible tonight.
The energy in the arena has shifted. Members of the Bloodline may have expected things to be over by now, but somehow one of their own has proven to be defiant in the face of all challengers. Effective arm drag.
Devastating flourish from The Rock here.
The Rock
From the middle rope. Oh, what a splash.
came down like a lead balloon. Up fast.
Buster.
Down hard.
You can feel the energy from the millions and millions all around the world. And that can vanquish Tom.
Cover. 2. We have an elimination. Tonga eliminated. It's out of here.
Coming in fresh, we've got the last competitor entering the gauntlet. This gauntlet just got more interesting with the arrival of Jamal. That'll leave a mark.
One final adversary stands in the way. The road has been tumultuous, but the finish line is in sight.
Finish the job on your fellow brethren, and there will be no question as to who sits at the head of the table.
Oh, an inverted atomic drop. Very nice.
Ooh, again.
Jamal just getting knocked around.
You gotta wonder, what does this do to Jamal's confidence? Ruthless striking. You can't get caught in a hailstorm like that if you want to win.
Oh. And The Rock gets warded off.
Jamal might be waking up.
Jamal isn't allowing that burst of attacks to put an end to.
Headbutt to the gut.
rattling our announce desk.
I don't know what's coming next, but it's not good.
Oh, with authority. Gentlemen, no need for monitors right now. The fight is right in front of us. The Rock firing up. Struggling to get back on his feet. Looking lost out there.
He's got the support of the whole arena right now.
He's really pushing the limit here, getting close to a countout. Set him up for the impressive leg sweep.
Nicely done.
Nice drop kick, so precise. Really just laying it in.
Putting some serious wear and tear on that leg.
The legs are a base that you do not want to lose.
Chopping down the tree at the base here.
And it looks like they have no problem bending the rules there. The Rock taking complete control.
I think The Rock's opponent can smell it, guys.
Up fast. Spine buster. Down hard.
The People's Champ! Are you ready for the most electrifying move in all of entertainment? The People's Elbow! The Rock got all of it!
Cashing in on that effort. 2.
And it's all over. The Rock is your winner.
The winner of this match, and officially, your Tribal Chief,
The battlefield was laid out. The gauntlet was fierce. Pain will live tomorrow. Scars will remain for life. But in this family, you will rule your own kin from a seat at the head of the table.